Hello! Today I wanted to make a video dedicated to the idea of comparing yourself to other people. Because recently I downloaded uh, Facebook again for some reason, and I saw a bunch of people that I went to school with, and I started to immediately feel insecure. I started to immediately feel resentful and to feel inferior. And that's where a lot of insecurity oftentimes comes from, is comparison. Because especially in the age of the internet, in the age of social media, you're constantly comparing yourself to other people. You're constantly looking at the posts of other people and their quote-unquote lives, even though it's all fake, and you just start to feel bad about yourself. You start to feel inferior. You start to feel insecure because you look at how good they're doing, how amazing they are, and how, like, the goals they're achieving, and here you are just being like, what have I done? Look what everybody else is doing. Everybody else must have it better than me. I'm nothing. It's very easy to get stuck in that trap of thinking that everybody else is living a better life than you, and everybody else has it easier than you and is just doing better than you in general. And it's also one of the things that, at least in my opinion, that causes the most unhappiness. When you are busy comparing yourself to others, you miss out on yourself. You miss out on your own goals, your own achievements, your own, journey. You miss out on it because when you focus so much on other people's achievements and other people's goals and other people's successes, you're missing out on your own time. And I found that I am much happier when I stopped comparing myself to other people. And I know I make it sound, it's not as easy as it sounds, especially, in today's world with, everything is so easy. You have social media right at your fingertips. It's very easy to compare yourself to other people, and I found that it's just, I found that I'm just a lot happier when I choose to not compare myself to other people. Because when you compare yourself, and that feeling of inferiority kicks in, that feeling of this person has something that I don't. That's where the jealousy can kick in, and the resentment, and but at the end of the day, it's just insecurity. That's all it is. It's just insecurity and thinking that someone else has something that you don't. But I think it's important to remember is that something that I've done is and I know I've repeated this, but I'm gonna continue to repeat it because it's important to keep telling people, is that I don't compare myself, or at least I try not to compare myself to other people. I compare myself to my past self. And I know that's kind of a selfish way of thinking. I know it's kind of self-absorbed in a way, but because I only know my journey. I only know my life. So why waste your time on people you don't even know? People you don't even know personally. You only know you. You only know you and what you've been through. So it's important to remember is that the only person that knows that the person that you know the best is you. I think, oh God, it's just, that's why I hate social media, because it's just this delusion reality of people posting their quote-unquote lives, it's all just fake. It's all just bullshit. It's just, that's why I try to stay off of it. I know I'm posting on social media, but it's different. Or is it? I don't know. But I'm not going to shut up about this topic because it's like, it's important to remind myself and you all that the only journey you should be focused on is your own. That's it. That's the only journey. Because once I only started to really compare myself to my younger self and to my past self, I stopped feeling as resentful. I stopped feeling as insecure. I started to feel more like confident in myself, because it's like, no, I'm not missing out on anything. I'm too busy living my own life. So I encourage you all to do the same. And I know that I repeated this topic many times, and I will probably continue to do so, because it's something that I think is important to, it's an important reminder. So, bye-bye.